I'm gonna go Gwinnett and Felix.
Now the flowers are all taken care of. Huh? Felix? Why are you hiding there?
I'm not hiding.
No? Then what are you here for? You don't even have a real reason, do you?
No, I don't.
Then why?
Because of you.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
I want you to sing for me. I hear your voice when I'm asleep or in battle. It's like I'm your captive.
My captive? What are you saying? Oh my, I'm suddenly really flustered.
I can't help it. I don't know what I'm saying. Forget I said anything.
Felix, are you blushing?
I don't know. Shut up. I'm not blushing.
Well, if you feel like that about it, I suppose I could sing for you sometimes. If you like that sort of thing.
Oh? I'd better go. Bye.
Hey, wait! You just got here. Do you want to hear me sing or not?
Yes, I do.
Well, what song do you want me to sing? Bears, swamp beasties, foxes, or dungeon?
I'd like to hear all of them, if you don't mind. Starting with the library song in full.
Just mash them all together. The ultimate remix.
Sing for me. Please, Annette?
Well, okay. Just this once.
Just this once. They lived happily forever after.
I don't think I've ever seen Felix act less like Felix than he does in his supports with Annette.
I think that's why I like it so much, because it's just really funny that just like Annette's presence makes him like completely lose like like every
I think
like.
it's kind of why it's my least favorite.
That's fine. Do you want to hear from anybody specific?
No, I do not care.
All right, cool. I'm just gonna keep clicking on stuff. Sure.
Your Highness, you still have scars on your back. It does you no good to languish in pain. I will procure some medicine.
No.
Does he
it
mean
is fine.
wounds?
Well, they are still deep. These are from 9 years ago. They do not hurt any longer.
I don't think Dedue knows what a scar is.
Well, yeah, because scars would be. Wait, what do you mean? Oh yeah, like medicine's not gonna get rid of the scars.
Hey, Dedue,
Yeah,
does
yeah,
your face still hurt? Like, that's not how a scar works.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Besides, it would be a shame if the scars I got from protecting you were to fade. I bear these scars proudly. It makes me think that it was worthwhile that someone like me survived.
To hear you say such things.
Dedue, you say that I saved you. But do you know that you also saved me that day? If I had been unable to save anyone, I would have been the sole survivor. I would have had no reason to keep living, but I saved someone. Saved you. That and that alone has always been my crutch.
When I stood before those soldiers and their swords that day, I was prepared to die. But then, you suddenly appeared, and you shielded me. I knew then that a savior's hand could reach into even the deepest darkness. I still have not been able to repay that debt.
Have you not heard a word I've said? You have saved me in countless ways. 5 years ago, I did nothing but await my execution within my jail cell. Was it not you that saved me?
That was nothing more than my duty as your vassal.
Listen, Dedue, perhaps you consider me to be someone special, but I think the same of you. You are irreplaceable, cherished. So stop saying that we cannot be friends. Stop saying such awful things.
Please, do not look at me that way. You promised me you would build a kingdom that is proud to boast of Duscur blood. In this kingdom, where there is no distinction between the people of Duscur and the people of Fodlan, will I finally, without reservation, be able to call you my friend? Will I, Dimitri?
Dedue, yes, you will call me your friend again and again, no matter how many hardships I must endure.
I will do all I can to bring about that world as well. To be your friend is what I have always wanted.
Is that so? I am glad to hear it.
But until that time, we must allow no harm to befall you. So please call upon me when you walk alone at night, and even when you go out in the day. please tell me where you are going and whom you are meeting?
In the end, I suppose there is no fixing your overprotectiveness, is there? I suppose I can live with that.
Well, alright then. Sure.
You're quite late getting back.
The scouting mission didn't go well. I was so busy I didn't even have time to eat.
I thought that might be the case. Gilbert was exhausted too. Glad you made it. I saved some food for you.
Oh, thanks. I'm starving. Your cooking's fantastic, as always. The spices were a nice touch. I can really taste the Dusker inspiration. You remembered that I wanted to try more Dusker cuisine, didn't you?
Yes. How is it?
Amazing. You're a much better chef than I am.
Your cooking is not bad at all.
Thanks. My father would be glad to hear it.
Is he the one who taught you?
Not exactly. I learned from watching him work the kitchen in his restaurant. And what about you? I think you said that you and your sister helped with the cooking at home.
Yes. I learned by watching my mother. Nothing remains of Dusker. The towns, the people, the culture. All of it was put to the torch. My mother and sister are gone, yet that simple memory of them standing together in the kitchen is so clear, so real.
So in a way, you put those memories into this meal.
Yes, through me, they are able to live on.
I like that way of thinking. The church may not like my feelings on this, but in Fodlan, when people die, they pass on to be with the goddess, right?
I suppose.
That seems so far away. I'd rather they stayed here. My parents, my brother, Lanato. Maybe they can all live on through me, too.
As long as you think of them, they will.
Dudu, your cooking is delicious. It really is.
Careful, or you will oversalt it.
It's all right. Thank you, Dudu.
Eat as much as you'd like.
Oversalted.
He was crying!
This is actually like the best line Dudu has had in this entire game. It's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
Talk about how selfish Ash is.
Why?
Oh man, it seems so far away that they get to go like live in a heaven equivalent paradise or whatever. What if they just have to stand around as ghosts around me all the time instead?
I guess, yeah. I don't know what the... I mean, I guess he did say to go live with the goddess. I was like, I don't really know what the afterlife belief in
Given what we
Fodlan
know
is.
about the goddess and Rhea, you know, I don't think they actually touch upon what the afterlife is like in Fire Emblem.
Right.
Or in Three Houses, at least.
Yeah. Well, it's time Ingrid just talk to somebody. All right, I want to see somebody that's not to be sure to do.
You're gonna put yourself in a scenario where you only have Dimitri and Dudu left at this rate.
Listen, let me just alternate. Well, let's finish out this one.
Ah, Hilda. Business in town?
Yes, I'm buying some art supplies.
Oh, to replenish what you used on our book, I presume. Allow me to compensate you.
No need. I use them for my own crafting and accessory making too. By the way, your tales seem quite popular. I saw a big crowd of kids at the church.
Wonderful to hear. We made the right choice leaving it there.
I also heard a mother scolding her child by saying, if you keep lazing around, you'll turn into a fox. Though as long as there's a friendly squirrel around, being a fox doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah.
I would absolutely laze around more. I want to be Naruto.
Right?
That was not my intention. Perhaps the story was better off in its original form after all.
Anyway, I guess you've got something to keep you busy after the war. Originally, these stories were for Flame, but now there are lots of people who love them. The kids are looking forward to your next release. You don't want to disappoint them.
I do wonder how appropriate it is to sit around and write children's books in an era of great change.
An era of great change. Isn't that exactly when kids need something to hold on to? They're the future of Fodlan, after all.
Astute observation. But if I am to continue in this trade, I will require more of your assistance.
Really? You're a successful author, and you still want to use my lousy illustrations?
I need an artist who can appreciate the message, and who can draw pictures that resonate with children. Your art has a certain careless quality that I feel matches my work splendidly.
A careless quality? That doesn't sound like a compliment.
Did you not purchase those art supplies today in the hopes of continuing with this work?
Well, yes. I guess I can stick with it until the war is over.
Such lukewarm commitment. No matter. We can consider the post-war situation when we come to it.
I'm pretty fond of being a fox, but becoming a squirrel wouldn't be the worst thing. I'll admit, I like seeing Seth pour his heart into these stories.
What was that?
Didn't say a word. Let's get to work on that sequel.
Have you ever done that in your life where you're talking to somebody and they're the only other person in the room and then you just start talking to yourself instead? And then they're like, what'd you say? And you're like, no, nothing. I feel like that happens in fiction a lot, and I've literally never had that happen to me.
No, it's not actually. It only happens in fiction because they don't, like, I don't think Three Houses, maybe they do in a scene or two, but Three Houses doesn't do the thing where they, like, have a character think and you hear their thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Typically. So instead they have to do that.
Yeah, which is so
dumb.
silly.
They should have just, like, put the subtitles in italics and, like, added just, like, really tiny filter effect on, like, the words Hilda was saying to make it clear it was, like, a thought, not a thing. And then Seth could have been like, Hilda, are you paying attention? And then because she, like, went silent in thought or whatever. Because that happened,
that makes sense. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
in reality.
Yes, absolutely. All right, we're just chugging
But this
along.
is Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is, like, I think I've mentioned this before, but there is no game that makes more, like, I don't know, like, game design faux pas, like, things that are like, why would you ever do it like this? This is a stupid way to do it. That I'm like, yeah, but whatever. It's Three Houses.
Yeah, no, same. I agree.
This game, I give this game way too much of a pass for way too many things.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, dude, the characters are so, like, vibrant and enjoyable, and the game is fun.
Exactly.
So, like, what am I supposed to do?
It'd be that way. All right, we're just gonna keep chugging along.
Your Highness, it falls to me once more to instruct you in the ways of battle. It does not befit a leader to fight on the front lines. I would ask that you refrain from such conduct in the future.
I've not had to weather your lectures in many a year, and here I thought you were avoiding me.
That is a separate matter. You have a duty to consider the value of your own life.
Your words ring true, of course. I admit, I was a bit careless out there. However, I have always been a man who is good for nothing but war. To best support our cause, I must carve a path through the battlefield with my own hands. I truly believe that will lead us to victory. Why the dark expression, Gustav? Do my words trouble you so?
You remind me of your father. His Majesty once said the same thing more than a decade ago, during the Northern Campaign. In you, I see his manner and I hear his words. You grow more like him with each day's passing. And in you, I am reminded of my failure and my duty to him.
I do not wish to speak of that matter. As I said before, I feel no resentment toward you.
Even so, you have changed since that fateful day, Your Highness. Perhaps too much. I worry that in your pain, you have locked away your true feelings. Your passion is dulled, and your vigor faded.
You want to hear my true feelings, Gustav? Then let me ask you this. Why did you save my life that day? Why did you not allow me to die along with the others? If you truly wish to atone for your sins, then take my life, here and now!
You would ask me to perform the unthinkable. You are the future of Fargus. Your kingdom needs you alive. That I was able to save you is my only sense of salvation. Your Highness, I repeat myself. Consider the value of your own life. If you continue risking all, be it on the battlefield or by issuing mad orders such as this, I will be forced to save you from yourself.
I see. So, you will continue to protect and serve me, will you? In that case, when I assume the throne, I will order you to work for me in the kingdom.
Your Highness, no, please.
My father would be happy to see such a day. Perhaps I will ask you to instruct me further in the ways of battle, when that time comes.
If I wish to atone for my sins, I must take your life? Deception has never been your strong suit, Dmitri. Or do you think I cannot see? You must know I would take my own life before I let anyone harm you.
Does Dimitri have a relationship with, like, anyone in this game that isn't involved around, like, saving his life or, like, him saving theirs?
Not a lot. Not a lot. What it seems like. There's so many dots on this side. This is crazy. Catherine instead of have stuff. What the heck? I didn't even think about that. Let's well start it.
How are you, Catherine? You look well enough.
Oh, yes, I'm fine. Never better.
Not sure if I've ever seen this.
That is good. I cannot help but be concerned given your tendency toward incautious behavior. While boldness can be a virtue, I do hope you will bear in mind that recklessness is not. A moment's negligence can lead to a mortal wound for even the most skilled fighter.
You worry too much. If they saw me in action, the wounds themselves would cower.
That is precisely the attitude that worries me, especially given your history. You have been gravely injured before, as you no doubt recall.
Me? Gravely injured? When did that happen?
You mean you have forgotten? It was during your days as a student at the Officers' Academy. There was an excursion, a monster hunt. You charged ahead and left your fellow students behind. You ended up alone and surrounded. You almost died. Do you truly not remember?
Are you sure? All I remember is cutting down monsters left and right.
That is true enough, but you nearly bled to death in the aftermath. The Archbishop was so concerned for your life that she tended your wounds personally.
Oh, that was when that happened. Finally! It all fits together. Lady Rhea looking after me. Now that I remember clearly. That was the first time she ever spoke to me. I was lying on the ground, caked in mud, and she gently picked me up, even stroked my hair. The emotions were so overpowering that they must have just cleared away my memory of the whole incident. So it was during the monster hunt. Thanks, Sedith. That's been bothering me for ages.
That is not quite why I brought it up.
Come to think of it, Lady Rhea hasn't healed me since then. We've got to find Lady Rhea, and then maybe someday she'll honor me like that again.
Okay then.
What's the meme where it's like, if Catherine has a million haters, I'm one of them. If there is only one Catherine hater, it is I. If there are no Catherine haters, then I have passed from this mortal coil.
Yeah. Oh, what is? Oh no, I don't really know. I don't want to watch that one right now.
Dudu? Are you okay? You look unwell.
I don't know why I'm being so picky as if I'm not going to watch, like, all of them. Like, I am probably going to save some for a little bit later, but, like, we're getting to the point where I kind of just got to knock, like, so many of these out of the way.
Ingrid, is my face frightening?
What? I mean,
What?
not exactly. I wouldn't use the word frightening. Aggressive, maybe?
I'm gonna say
But
it,
it's really
yes.
nothing to worry about. Why? Did someone say something cruel?
I made a village child.
Dude has like 7 scars on his face.
Yeah.
Constant full, like his face is very like angular. Like, yeah, you got a scary face, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see. Let me guess. You feel like you look frightening, so you walked around with a smile glued to your face.
How did you know?
I'm starting to understand how you think. The thing is, forced smiles never work well. They usually just end up making a person look creepy and insincere.
I see. Duly noted.
To be honest, when we first met, I was pretty intimidated by you. Not because of a smile, but a lack of any emotion whatsoever. And you so rarely spoke. I had no idea what to make of you. But that's only because I wasn't making an effort to get to know you, because you were from Dusker. As I started to get to know you, to understand your personality, I realized what a fool I'd been.
Personality.
You may come off intimidating, but underneath that cool exterior is a kind, loyal, and noble person. A really wonderful person. In a certain regard, you are one of the knightliest people I know. What is it?
Wonderful person. This is the first time anyone has ever said a thing like that to me. It is rather awkward.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward. Which it kind of is, now. Ugh.
Well,
Ugh.
let me know if you need anything.
Yes, of course. Same to you, Dedu.
Alright. I'm only gonna clear out maybe like 2 more. Get this one out of my face.
Dimitri, just the man I was looking for. I wanted to thank you for your help.
My help? I'm not sure what you mean.
Don't tell me you've forgotten your help when the monsters attacked.
Ah, you mean the day you came up with those terribly hilarious jokes?
When you put it like that, I feel like you're the one who's kidding. Even I knew those jokes were awful. I was trying to think on my feet, to raise the soldiers' spirits.
Well, you certainly succeeded. Our journey home was much easier as a result. As for myself, I am not much of an orator. I could never have done the same in that situation.
You're the only reason the gags didn't fall flat. If you hadn't started laughing when you did.
Well, I admit the jokes themselves were perhaps not your best work. But there is no harm in that. Even when you stumble, your good humor brightens everyone's mood and wins their trust.
Does it?
Yeah? You think? I never thought about it like that.
I was about to
But
say
if you
kill
say
me,
so,
but I've changed my
maybe
mind.
I do
Kill
have
them.
a knack for this.
As one who is bound to lead, I could stand to learn a lot from you. I am often told by both friends and subordinates that I am without humor. Alois, if you would be so kind, could you teach me to tell jokes?
Sure, I'm happy to help. If you want to be as lousy a joker as I am, you could surely find a better teacher somewhere else. In the stables, for example.
No. I would like to learn from you, Alois.
I see. Well, I guess I can't say no. I hope you're ready to become a wizard of wit.
I will endeavor to be a good student.
I think I'm on your side. No, I think they both need to be stopped. Like, right now. Before this goes any further.
Very good. That's what I like to hear. Soon you'll be cracking wise like there's no tomorrow. Everyone will think you're a pun in the neck.
Alright, well, there's no more conversations for them, so I'm just gonna have to assume that he failed. And he never became a good joke teller.
My headcanon is that after the end of the Blue Lions route, Dimitri, like, tripped and his lance, like, accidentally slipped into Alois's chest cavity, and that made Alois drop his axe and just lob Dimitri's head off.
Nice. Remember when Sylvain got to have support conversations? Those were good times.
Oh wow, are they all done?
They're all done unless I decide to S rank them. Or start Flame, which it might actually be too late, and I also don't care. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna see. I think this is gonna be the last one that I feel like doing today. Oh no, that's with Alois. Let's just kidding. Just kidding. I can settle for an Ingrid Dimitri.
Finally, you score a point against me on the ground. You have improved, Ingrid.
That was nothing more than a fluke. My technique was horribly sloppy that last round.
It does not matter what sort of technique it was. You won. If this had been a real battle, I would be dead. You wielded your lance well, without any hesitation. Has your approach changed?
You may recall when I said I'm now able to move on. Because of you.
I remember. What did you mean by it?
That I finally understand a truth about Glenn. It sounds as though he died with a heavy heart. A heart that carried regret. I had suspected as much. But instead of acknowledging it, I twisted my memory of him to fit an ideal I've been upholding.
I see.
Your Highness, I will not sacrifice my life for anyone. But perhaps instead, I can live my life for someone. I will pledge my life to you.
And how exactly am I meant to interpret that?
However you please, Your Highness.
Oh? Well then. Ingrid, when this is all over, I want you to... to support and defend me, as my knight. I have been thinking of telling you this for a long time. We get along well, you and I.
as your knight. Yes.
Yes, of course.
Of course I will. I intended to do so for the sake of the kingdom. Together, Your Highness. You and I. Our first order of business. Putting this tragic war to an end.
Yes. And while we're at it, do not die on me, Ingrid. Promise me that.
Yes, Your Highness. I swear it on my lance.
Cool stuff. All right, so my idea now is to
Bad idea.
get to the end of the month, start the mission, and basically get to the battle screen and then end it there. And then next time we'll just do chapters and support conversations and literally nothing else. No extra battles or anything. So we can knock out.
This guy hates Fire Emblem. He wants to be out of here ASAP.
I wanna move on to other things. All it is. All it is. Yeah, just go riding.
This will. That was.
Oh, I have one more. Like, what is happening? Okay.
No.
We're gonna get you to A. It's gonna happen. Go down, like, here. What do you need? You also can get to A.
Thanks for your...
A. Okay. This to A. Perfect.
I'm fine.
Don't even get anything. Oh, Hilda, you definitely need some work here.
Hilda.
Go. B+. You're getting there. You need so much work. Hey. Perfect. Oh, one more. Catherine, you're getting pretty close to A. I'm gonna get all these to A, but I don't even think I have that many like A rank battalions that I can really.
How many A rank battalions are in this game?
Like, I don't think that many. Like, I actually think that it's kind of becoming like a.
I think it's actually like in one route you can get maybe 5.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna
Googling this.
switch Ingrid and Seth here.
Are battalions still a thing in Engage?
No.
Lame.
No, instead you
Remember,
have
I didn't wanna play Engage.
you have emblem rings, and they give you like special abilities and stat increase and stuff like that. And you can get like the ones that are like the main ones, and they can get like minor ones for like minor stat boosts and stuff. It's a different system entirely, but they're both good in their own ways.
I'm confident.
Right.
Look at our.
Poor thing. Woo! Got all those level ups. Also, before I forget, it is time for Annette to finally get her master class. Dark Knight. Kidding. There you go. Get on that horse.
It's all back.
Yes. Alright, and that should be the last one that matters, unless Alois or Dedue end up changing, which I'm not confident that I'm going to. We're just gonna do a seminar. We can do... probably doesn't matter. I don't know if you get support points if you, like, go to the same class together or whatever.
Alright, there are 13 A rank battalions in the entire game.
Ah, nice. So I'm definitely not getting all of them.
I imagine a bunch of these are like Because, like, yeah, I'm looking, 2 of them right here are called Black Eagle Heavy Axes, Black Eagle Cavalry.
Yeah.
Like, those 3 must be Black Eagle exclusive. I see some here that are called, like, Mac Whale and Indec. I think those are, like, the giant monsters you can only fight in certain, like, I think you only get to fight these in Verdant Wind.
That's possible.
To be able to unlock them. Blue Lion. I think every house has 3 by default that you get. There's 3 Blue Lion ones, 3 Golden Deer ones.
And then maybe like 1 or 2 DLC ones.
You get the 2 from Seteth Flame.
The
Keyhole Wyvern Company and the Sethlean Monks.
I think this is a better javelin.
Yeah, you can't get a lot.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, it's what it is. Everything here looks fine. Yeah, no, you're fine. This looks okay. Alright. Everybody has enough weapons to get them by. So we're gonna get this mission started. Saving Deirdre. I'd love to see this map so I can remember like what the heck this one is.
It's the water one where you fight Claude at the end, or at some point in Black Eagles. Deirdre is like the aquatic capital.
The water one.
Having allowed the Imperial Army to invade.
You remember when you fought the pirates?
The Alliance Army makes their last stand.
Okay. Yeah, that's Deirdre.
Oh, okay. Regan territory in Deirdre. The Kingdom Army rushes to their aid after amassing more troops.
That long pause is really necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I think this is the one that I was confused about the one time. I think when we did a paralog here, and I was like, hey, this is a map that looks familiar, but units aren't in the right order. And I think this is probably what I was remembering.
The citizens of Deirdre have all been evacuated and are now at sea. Are you sure about this? If Deirdre were to fall, those ships don't have enough resources for...
Deirdre won't fall. Have some faith in me, will you?
Oh, yes, sir.
Our line of defense has been broken. The Imperial Army will be here any moment.
Understood. You 2 join up with the troops in the city.
Yes, sir.
Judith, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's been years since I last battled in the city streets.
Don't go messing up because your vision has weakened with age. Take the defensive for now.
Yeah, I get it. You hang in there too, boy. Your wounds from Gronderfield haven't fully healed yet, have they?
No, but it's not like I can sit this one out. I have to make my daring escape after all. Yeah, for the last time, stop calling me boy. That's an official order from the leader of the Alliance.
Understood, leader man. I wonder if our little ray of hope will show up. We fought on opposite sides at Gronder, didn't we?
They'll come. You can count on it. If anyone can bring him back, it's Teach. Teach will talk and he'll listen. But more than anything, I've seen their skill and their abilities. I believe in them.
Claude, reinforcements are coming from the west. Their banner is that of the
just
kingdom.
Wait for a second?
Uh-huh.
Look at the detail on the ship in this background. It looks like a background from like a Nintendo 64 game. Does this not look like one of the first Donkey Kong games? Like this is K. Rool's ship that he's walking on? I feel like this is a Final Fantasy VII original set piece.
I really can see it if I'm looking at like the ramp, like left side of the screen. It's like the ramp to get on is like so
bad.
pixely.
It looks like someone found a picture from like an N64 game and was like, I just want the ship, and then like went into Photoshop and did the magic eraser to like get rid of the background around it.
Yeah, there's like no detail.
It's so bad.
Yeah, they might have just dropped in the I think it's like the first level in like Donkey Kong Country 2 on like the Super Nintendo. And
Dude,
you're like,
that's what I'm saying. It looks. Why is Nintendo like this, bro?
Oh, I have no idea.
What did I tell you? They're here, and just in time.
I don't like in that background right there. I don't think there was even.
Engage the Alliance.
What's that?
I don't think that background, like behind Claude, the ship right there. I don't even think they added like a blur to that. That's just what that image looks like by default.
It seems the Imperial advance has been stalled by guerrilla skirmishes. The Alliance forces are holding out, but they won't last much longer.
That must be Judith of House Daphne, who joined up with Claude's troops. To think Judith, a true hero, would find herself backed into a corner like this.
It is not so. The Alliance has only drawn the enemy so deeply into the city to allow us to attack them from behind. Brilliant.
Planning a pincer attack?
I believe so. He put his soldiers into position purely on the belief that we'd come. I can't believe Claude would risk everything on that belief. He has placed all of his hopes on us. Let's make sure we live up to his expectations, Professor. Here we go. Let's move!
Let's move. This would be fun. I don't remember.
I agree, Robot Slyroh.
I don't remember this one, like any sort of like notable like difficulty on this one, or if it's even that easy. So we'll see. It could go either way. I'm gonna get everything set up. We're not gonna actually start fighting today, but I'm just gonna get all my troops in order. Everybody's in sort of one big glob. So 11. All right, Felix, I want you back. Gilbert, no, get out of here. Okay, so I want. I think. We'll do. Captain said it. We didn't finish Annette and Gilbert's thing. And I think. What does Dedue still? Oh, Dedue's almost done everybody except for Flane and Gilbert. Okay. Not bad, not bad. We'll put Flane with you. I don't want to just quickly look through everybody's abilities. It's been a while since I looked at abilities, and I remember I got this thing like Seal Movement. A movement -1 after combat. That's nothing. I don't know if defense +2 is really anything either, though. Sword users. That's +2. I don't know if I care about any of them, though. You got a bunch of stuff. White Magic Avoid is not bad. But I kind of like all these other things more. Hey, that is fine. I don't hate this. Using sword against axe users. Nah, we'll keep that. Alright, I kind of think I'm not changing anything, actually. Ooh. This has... It has reduced bow magic damage. How often are you fighting bow and magic units? I think I actually want to trade this for... Magic Avoid. That movement +1 is also very tempting. You know what? I'm gonna trade this for the movement. Nope. Oh, hit +20 I think you're gonna need. Now that I'm Bow Knight and I can attack from like 5 squares away, you're gonna need hit +20.
That's so many squares.
Yeah. 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 So we're gonna take away the extra strength. That looks fine. That looks fine. And then none of these people are even showing up to battle at this point. Alright. Alright, I think we're good. Let me just, you know, I guess I can't move Dimitri around, of course not. You're gonna be back there. You can do this. Yeah, that's honestly looks perfectly good. I vaguely remember these three being annoying.
Yeah, they're just hanging out, minding their business.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, this shouldn't be bad at all. All right, I'm gonna go ahead.
This is definitely just the normal Deirdre map, except they don't have the ships on the right, I think. But like, is it just me or does it look even bigger than normal?
Like this
maybe
section
it's just
here a
because
little
normally
bit.
Maybe it's just because normally when you do Deirdre, you actually start in Deirdre and then go outside of it.
Yeah.
So, like, it doesn't feel as big.
Yeah, I think that's part of it, for sure. Interesting. Alright, well, we're going to actually end this off. On the next time is when we're going to do this fight, and then I'm basically just going to fast forward through the next month, do some supports, but, like, not do anything else. So we can hopefully get 2 fights. And if I can do that 2 videos in a row, maybe we're only 2 to 3 sessions away from finishing this whole thing off.
Oh, look at this guy. He has hope.
It's really exciting. I do have hope. But we'll see. That also depends on me not taking 2 hours to beat each fight, which is not a guarantee. So we'll see how that goes. But I hope everybody has enjoyed Fire Emblem, and hopefully we can continue to, you know, bang out the series until it's done. That all depends on our schedules. But yeah, I'm looking forward to more. Hopefully you all are as well. Any final words, Chaos?
Never.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to get out of here. Goodbye, everybody.